Bienvenidos a Latina and Russian.
Привет, друзья! Всем привет на нашем канале.
Si esta es tu primera vez, hay un link aquí que te lleva a la información sobre los subtítulos.
Если вы все еще говорите только по-русски в 21 веке, то обязательно перейдите, вон там ссылочка, и там вся информация насчет этого будет представлена в полном размере.
Now we're going to continue our journey and we visited Plaza Grande.
In Ecuador, in Quito, in the capital.
So keep watching and enjoy.
Grupo escolta presidencial, ganador de tanque. Atención. Firme.
Today, hi friends, today is Monday and every Monday we change here, we do this kind of event in the presidential palace. Here we're watching the changing of guard.
So this kind of habit that they have in the capital, and we in Russia, in St. Petersburg, have the same kind of habit. So every day on 12 o'clock, the cannon on the fortress shooting like BAM! And they have this only every Monday at 11 a.m. They changing the guards. They have this kind of show.
It is very interesting because they are using the costumes that they were wearing, the fighters, when they displays the Spanish people. So it is 16th century. So you will check these costumes like over there.
Also, they have the music, the live music there. And Palam the President. So all the show taking place near the president's house, the president's palace, yeah. And the president's president, he's always on this show with part of his family and part of the government and the friends probably. They watching and taking part in all this.
Yes. So it all begins when people gather together and they are singing the national anthem. It is a pretty, to me, like a very beautiful moment because being so far from my country and then listen again the anthem comes like to my heart. And they're all watching how the flag is rising.
Anthem was written by German composer, and the lyrics
by an Ecuadorian poet.
And it's about love for your homeland, for your country.
The main square, and this is the monument for the independence. When we got our independence, that's the representation of freedom.
In the center of the square you can see the column, and it's the column of independence. As the whole square has the name of Square of Independence, like
Plaza de la Independencia.
In Spanish, yeah, it's dedicated to independence of the whole Latin America. So on the base of the column you can see the lion, and lion represents the Spanish people, and the condor is above him. A condor is representing the freedom and the spirit of the Latin people, especially the Ecuadorian nation. So they're kicking out this lion from the column, and on the up of this column you can see the girl, or the woman. The woman represents the Liberty, yeah. And it's standing on the globe on the equatorial line, which represents the equator and Ecuador, and in the hands she has this light, and this is the light of knowledge, which is giving the light to the whole world.
So it's very interesting because this event happened in the earlier 19th century, and rebels took power over Quito, and they basically displaced all these Spanish that were representative from the royalty. So that was the first step, the beginning to begin this revolution in whole Latin America, because Quito was the first city declaring independence. Behind us we have the first church, the cathedral that was built in Quito. So this was the main square where all Quito began.
Church in Quito. That's exactly the place where the whole Christianity of the Ecuador began. This church was built about 16th century, and it's really interesting and beautiful.
So it all began because the Spanish people conquered Incas, and they basically took all the stones from those places to build this
From
church.
their homes.
This limestone. So they built the square to also protect themselves from Incas.
So much people on the square, not because of this celebration that taking part every Monday. Also, the people came there to support the president, and you will laugh, especially Russian ones, because his name is
So up there is the president. I don't know if you know, his name is Lenin.
Lenin. It's not a surname, and that's not a joke. So his surname is Moreno, and his name is Lenin, like I'm Paul and she's Carly. So he is sitting in the wheelchair because of the tragedy that took place with him.
Yeah, a few years ago he got shot in there, so that's what caused him to be on the wheelchair.
He is rather new president. He is less than a year on this job, and he was already made very important things. So for example, by the time that we were there, he started the campaign called 7 C's. So he asked the 7 questions, and in the February he wanted the whole country go to the elections and answered about these 7 questions. And his whole politics was say 7 times yes. But not all the people were supporting him, and not all the people supporting every president. And there were some kind of people, they were against all this campaign, against all this 7C, and they were
saying 7 times no.
No. And even on this celebration, they wanted to show the way that they're thinking.
To raise their voice and to say no, I don't agree with it.
See how the police were taking care about them. Very calm, not like in America and United States, and especially not like in Russia.
It was very peaceful because in this square it's also known because you can just go and speak whatever you want or how you feel about your country. It's the Square of Independence, so you're free to say that.
In front of President Palace.